And welcome to BitChute and to YouTube. This is our meteorology segment. Coming at you from the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. Maybe it's too controversial to talk about things like this, but hey, let's do it anyway. Who knows? We're just reckless on the channel, just citing fact after fact. And what we're looking at here is dust. So this is the DUX on the nullschool.net Earth-Wind map. And this is 550 nanometer dust. And there's a bunch of Saharan dust blowing around here. You can see some dust blowing up here toward the Middle East. And we've got some backward jet stream motion here over the Indian Ocean. And the Saharan dust here not making it across the Atlantic anymore. But I just figured I would show that just to show the capabilities of nullschool.net. It's just a spectacular map of the planet. And let's get to our normal content here. It's the jet streams of the eastern world. So there are the jets of the east. Again, you can see them blowing backwards here across India and the northern Indian Ocean. Here are the surface winds of this side of the planet. And it looks like some great surf might be happening right here. There's an offshore wind in southwestern Australia there. And an offshore wind is what you want. It makes the waves stand up and makes them taller and steeper, easier to drop into, and just makes waves larger. Here are the surface winds of the Americas. And we've got a strong low here. Let's zoom in briefly and see how high the winds are getting there. That looks like hurricane force winds. Certainly it is. Nearly 90-mile-per-hour winds there off the coast of Mexico. Perhaps some good surf there on the Mexican coastline. And we'll zoom back out here and bring up the jet streams. And once again, we have the jet stream shifted very far north here over the U.S., creating some odd weather in the southern U.S. And some huge bends here in the northern hemisphere. A huge 180-degree kink there in the jet stream. And highly concentrated jet streams here in the southern hemisphere, moving to the European/African portion of the planet. We show the earthly winds in 3 chunks, so clear skies over southern Africa, and some very strong winds there around the Southern Ocean. And here you can see this huge convergence of the jet stream here. Huge convergence over places like Egypt. And lastly, there are the surface winds for Europe and Africa. Once again, by the way, we've got multiple low pressure zones here around the Southern Ocean. You can see all those clockwise rotations. Those are the sign of low pressure systems in the southern hemisphere. They rotate clockwise in the south, counterclockwise in the north. Lots of lows there. Lots of clockwise rotation. Here's your weather.gov map for all of you American viewers. If your county is lit, just head to weather.gov and click your county. Excessive heat warnings here in places like South Dakota, western Iowa, Nebraska, northern Kansas. Some heat advisories here over several states and around the southern Atlantic coast, also the Florida Gulf Coast. Again, if your county is lit, just head to weather.gov and click your county. Once again, we've got some odd weather here moving east to west over places like the Florida Panhandle. Yes. That is your lightning mapper. And let's break out a real-time lightning map. We've got some pretty severe thunderstorms here in central Illinois. So check it out. That is one seriously active cell. Hey, Toledo, you are in the crosshairs. And those are the likely lines of thunder propagation. It's Effingham. Hey, Effingham, you are surrounded by lightning. And next time you hear thunder, folks, head to lightningmaps.org. It could literally save your life. And there's the global map. Lots of sporadic lightning around large portions of the planet at the moment. Next, we've got a water vapor map here over the Pacific Ocean. A very desolate portion. A lot of people don't pay attention to the weather over the Pacific Ocean, but from viewing the weather from a global perspective, you should. There you can see one of those rotating lows there. It's all surrounded by dry, massive air, and keep in mind, it's only 4 days from winter in the southern hemisphere. What are you doing with your final 4 days of spring, or if you're in the south, your final 4 days of autumn? The solstice is on June 21st. And it looks like skies are clearing up over Northern California there, as you can see. Dry, massive air over San Diego as well. Likely to have clear skies today. And check out the huge cloud nucleation happening there over the central U.S. Also some cold air blowing down. So check it out. We've got some hot air and some cold air. This is your GFS temperature anomaly forecast for the next 72 hours. And keep in mind this shows the temperature anomaly in degrees Celsius. Those pinkish colored areas there, those are like 12 degrees above normal temperatures. That's 12 degrees Celsius. And the bright purple, the whitish purple areas, those are like 16 degrees below normal temperatures for this time of year. Here's your pressure and precipitation forecast based on the same model, the GFS. And we show 72-hour forecasts because these tend to be what we call accurate. We don't sensationalize weather and show you like 10-day forecasts, which are almost always wrong. A 3-day forecast is appropriate. This is the likely scenario for the next 72 hours. Again, that's a GFS 72-hour precipitation and pressure forecast. Continuing on, here's your windy.com satellite imagery. And again, we are approaching summer in the northern hemisphere. It's already light all day long in northern Alaska. And once again, shout out to our viewers from all around the world. Thanks for tuning in. Who knew we could make so many friends by making videos about science? Speaking about science, Smashamash.org is interested in science. And we're also interested in making Earth not suck again. So if you think this is some kind of a political statement, you would be entirely incorrect. I'm completely apolitical. I am a pragmatist. I'm interested in what works, and I'm critical of every bureaucrat when they screw up and make terrible decisions and make Earth suck. So we want to make America not suck again. And that is all in light of making Earth not suck again. Visit our links. Don't forget to enter the promo code Find Your Vibe to save 20% on checkout. Find Your Vibe to save 20% on checkout. That sale ends today. Once again, we invite you to make Earth not suck again. This is our second top seller, by the way, on the Redbubble shop. Make Earth not suck again. It's up to you. Links to that below the video, as well as on Smashamash.com's homepage for the Smasho merch. So there you can see that severe thunderstorm there, just moving down towards St. Louis. It's moving in a slightly southerly path there, so it's not moving entirely west to east. Let's actually zoom in on that briefly. Indianapolis, it's going to largely brush by. You're going to get some gusty winds, most likely. Louisville, Kentucky, you are going to get kaplastered by this one. It's going to hit you dead on. We'll zoom out briefly here to show all 50 states. Shout out to our viewers from Hawaii and Alaska. We'll focus on the lower 48 for the remainder of the video. Here's a shortwave radiation map showing clouds and fog, and you can see this rapid cloud nucleation starting out in western Nebraska especially. Huge convective forces at play there as cold air is largely staying to the north of the U.S. You can see the jet stream dipping down here Huge pressure gradients happening there, as this is all relative high pressure compared to this huge low that's formed as a result of sudden cloud nucleation, convective forces, etc., hot air, evaporation, whatever you'd like to call it. Here's your recap. It's the U.S. Doppler radar. There's a shortwave radiation showing clouds and fog at nighttime. And there is the water vapor map. Hey there, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Congratulations on realizing the Smash News Network exists. If you're viewing the videos on BitChute, make sure you view on YouTube. You're missing the space weather content almost entirely by viewing only on BitChute. We understand why. You probably hate the pathetic censorship on the platforms. And I would remind all of our viewers that big tech cannot break the internet. However, the internet can break big tech. And remember, folks, it is still illegal to mislead investors. So we'll see you soon from the Smash News Network, least busted name in news. May that terrestrial wind be at your back.